Hey guys, how's it going? Lee McLeod here, back for my second video, New Zealand Nationals 2018 Powerlifting Raw National Championship. Without further ado, let's get right into the video. So I opened my squats on 200 kgs, a weight that was very comfortable for me leading up into the competition. However, squats for the competition were always going to be a bit hit and miss, and that's because I strained my quad 4 weeks out, or the physio called it a tear, but obviously not one of those ones where your quad explodes, and I recovered from it thankfully. So let's see how this moves. Moved pretty well, better than I had hoped because I hadn't squatted 200 for quite a long time. I actually left my recovery or my heavy squats quite late into the recovery period, so I did like 190 before the competition, so relieved that it moved. As you can see, 210 was my second attempt for squats. 463 pounds as it says in the bottom right, and let's see how that went. In my opinion, that actually moved better than my opener, and that could be because I cut depth ever so slightly, but I made the lift as you can see, and the third attempt was 220. Now, coming into the competition, 220 was the number I wanted to hit. And that's because it represents 5 gym plates, and I've always been impressed by people that could do that, so it feels pretty good to have it loaded on the bar, and you guys will see how it goes. And I actually got held before the start position for quite a while.
Easy weight, easy weight, easy weight, easy weight.
Yeah! Hold it! Hold it!
And thank God I had that guy screaming in my ear, otherwise I might not have made it. No, I'm just joking, obviously. That guy, he had the right intentions in mind, screaming at the lifters, but it was a little bit annoying on the platform. But stoked that I got 220 kgs, the big 5 plates, and I actually got a red light, which I think was for my knees not being locked out for the beginning and for the end. So something to work on in the future. 125 bench opener, which is my third attempt from Auckland. So bench has actually come a long way, which I'm happy to report. See how this one goes. Pretty stock standard opener, moved pretty fast. Not as fast as it's ever moved, which was a little discouraging. However, 132 was still always going to be the next step. And let's see how this one goes. So 132 moved pretty well, so well that I thought we were in for 140, but Jason Clark, the handler, he goes 137 straight away as I got up from the platform, so I was like, oh well, we are in competition, and you got to take the safe kilos that are there and not make the high risk jumps obviously. So 137.5 for my third attempt. As you can see, probably the right call, or almost definitely the right call. It moved pretty slowly. Bit of a grinder, but that's to be expected on a third bench attempt. So stoked with that selection, and this is how it looked from the crowd. So very happy so far with how the competition was going, and 235 was the opener for deadlifts. Now Jason wanted me to open at 240, however I thought that was a bit of a stretch, and I knew I could do it obviously, but 235 was going to give me some good confidence going into my second attempt. So you'll see how it moves. Pretty easy, or very easy, which is what I want out of a deadlift opener, and that gave me the confidence to go hard for 255. Now the most I'd hit in training is 250, so 255, I knew I had it in me, but there was a little question mark over it, but you guys will see how it moves. Pretty easily, as we're about to find out. So when 255 moved like that, I knew 260, which is my goal, was in the tank, and if my competition had hit their third deadlift, then I had to pull 275 to win, but they actually made their third, which meant we just went for what we thought was there on the day, which was 265.
Good bike. Let's hear what the judges say.
So as you can see, it was a massive grinder, and they gave it to me 2-1. And you guys will see on the right hand side of the screen, just as I get it up and I go to pull my shoulders back, the right hand side of the bar actually dips slightly, which is why I think they red lighted me. And it could also just be my shoulders weren't far enough back. But thankfully you only need 2 whites to make the lift, and that's what we got. So I was so happy with the 265 deadlift. It's a junior and open Auckland deadlift record. Unofficial, but still we got it, so I'm stoked with it. And it's unofficial because I haven't been with Auckland for more than 6 months. Only 5 months since that last meet, but really proud of my performance regardless. I basically met my expectations on everything. Ideally going into the competition I was thinking 220, 140, 260. So we pretty much got that, 220, 137.5 and 265 for a 622.5 kg total at 82.3 kg body weight, giving me a 417.63 wilks, which I'm over the moon about. It gives me a good foundation to build on for the future, and I'm just really looking forward to getting my total up, actually being competitive with more of the lifters, and yeah, it's just going to be a good time. So I'd like to give a massive thank you to Jason Clark for helping me and handling me on the day, and Chung and Paul Clark for handling me in the warm-up room, for all the help that they gave me, and of course the whole North Shore Barbell crew for all the motivation and all the bants over the course of the training sessions leading up to the Nationals. So really awesome weekend, met heaps of new people, and I can't wait for more competitions in the future. So thank you guys all for watching if you're still here, and maybe I'll see you in the next video. Cheers guys, peace.